Welcome back. Good Friday morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. I'm Maria Bartiromo, and it is Friday, July 10th. It is 8:01 on the East Coast. We've got breaking news this morning. CENTCOM confirming that the U.S. military hit roughly 90 targets across Iran, releasing footage appearing to show strikes on an airport runway and missile launchers. CENTCOM also saying the operation was aimed at protecting commercial shipping in the Strait of Hormuz. Tehran responded by launching strikes targeting Bahrain, Kuwait, and Qatar, escalating the conflict on its neighbors, threatening the initial agreement aimed at helping to end this conflict. Meanwhile, Israeli intelligence shared with the United States new information and evidence that shows an Iranian plot to assassinate President Trump underway for years. Iran has publicly vowed to retaliate against the U.S. and President Trump over the 2020 killing of senior IRGC General Soleimani. The president acknowledged the threat earlier this week, telling reporters he's Iran's #1 target now. Watch.
The life of a president is very dangerous. It's 5.2%. You know what a race car driver is? 0.1%. It's a very dangerous profession. No, I'm #1 on the kill list for Iran.
This all follows the funeral procession for Iran's former supreme leader, where mourners were seen carrying banners calling for President Trump's death, including one reading, "We will kill Trump." Joining me now is Heritage Foundation Vice President of National Security and former Deputy National Security Advisor to President Trump, Victoria Coates. Victoria, great to have you this morning. Thanks so much for being here. We should say that Axios is reporting that regional mediators, including the Qataris and the Pakistanis, are working to de-escalate the situation between the U.S. and Iran while trying to revive talks on a nuclear deal. Is that possible, even as the Iranian leadership says they're going to kill Trump?
Well, good morning, Maria. I mean, that certainly complicates matters. And, you know, for the Iranians, it hardly seems to be bad manners to be threatening to kill President Trump. They burnt a big effigy of him at that funeral yesterday, made out of Legos of all things. It's really kind of crazy. But at the same time, you know, everybody wants to see the situation de-escalate. There is a good deal on the table for Iran. They should just take it. They should give up their nuclear program, open up the strait, and start to liberalize politically. But they're not doing that. Instead, they're taking pot shots at their neighbors. And one other thing, though, that I found interesting is there was reporting overnight that Bahrain and Kuwait participated in some of these strikes on Iran. If that's true, that's a big shift towards a greater regional engagement against Iran, which will isolate them.
So, I thought it was really interesting what former Florida Governor Jeb Bush said. He is praising President Trump for what he called the crippling of Iran's military, thanks to President Trump. But he's also raising the alarm on Cuba and reports that Havana now possesses about 300 one-way attack drones that are Iranian, Victoria. Florida, obviously about 90 miles from Cuba, well within the range for any drone attack. What's your take there?
Well, yes, we have to remember that this is still the axis of evil, and President Trump has crippled the Iranian military, obviously, and their economy and the Cuban economy. So all of that weakens them, but it doesn't mean they're powerless. And so we have to keep a very, very close eye on Cuba and their malfeasance. Remember, the Obama administration tried to warm relations with Castro's Cuba. They remember President Obama going down to that baseball game and all of that sort of charade that was put up, and they tried to downgrade it as a threat. But as you said, it's 90 miles off of the coast of Florida. This is much more proximate to the American people. We have to keep a super close eye on it, especially as that economy craters and things might get a little chaotic on the island.
Yeah, meanwhile, the International Stabilization Force for Gaza struggling to deploy its initial troops with only 10 to 20 expected so far. That's below President Trump's 20,000 planned member force aimed at preventing the reemergence of Hamas as a military power. Moroccan soldiers arrived in Israel last month for training, Victoria. What do you think that conflict means for, you know, the conflict with Iran means for Gaza?
Well, it surprisingly hasn't meant a great deal. I mean, Hamas has been extremely muted throughout this entire conflict, as have Hezbollah and the Houthi. I'd come to mention it. But I think what's becoming increasingly clear is there is not a regional appetite to engage in Gaza. For all of their protestations of commitment to the Palestinian cause, none of them want to get involved in Gaza. They know what a mess it is. They know how entrenched Hamas is and how much it controls the local population. So until you get some new leadership leadership for the Palestinians who say, look, maybe we espoused this hate-filled, genocidal creed in the past, but we want to move forward. Until that happens, I mean, the rest of the region can't really do that much about it. That's the reality that's sinking in. And at that point, it really becomes an internal Israeli security issue. I wish it were otherwise, but that, I think, is the reality that's emerging.
So what's your expectation for where this war heads next?
In terms of the Iran conflict, I think what we're going to see is increasing economic pressure on them. Bear in mind, the president and Secretary Bessent revoked that waiver that they had to sell oil earlier this week, right before he went to Turkey. So that is now going to put more pressure on them. And I really want to look at this regional piece, Maria. I want to look at a country like Oman, which has such upside potential. They're doing such a great job with internal reforms to their economy. They've got a great Vision 2040 going. A lot of companies should be interested in getting in there and investing in Oman. They can't do that until the security situation is taken care of. So I think everybody in the Gulf is saying, hey, we've got to get this wrapped up. Iran has to stop, holding everybody hostage. There's too much upside. There's too much money, quite frankly, to be made for all of them. And so I think you're going to see, as I said, the kind of the pressure from the neighbors, not just from the United States and Israel, start to grow on Iran. And that could have a very positive effect in wrapping this up.
All right, Victoria, we'll be watching. I know President Trump has tried every which way to end this diplomatically, but it is not to be. Victoria, good to see you this morning. Thank you. Victoria Coates joining us.
Thank you, Marie.
On that.